This weekend, John Fetterman became the first Democratic senator to head down to Mar-a-Lago. Here's what he said Thursday ahead of his trip.
What do you plan on talking about with your president?
Well, yeah, I'm asking to be named the Pope of Greenland.
Do you have a specific
No, I'm just having a comment. I mean, like, this is going to be the president. And I am not just the senator for Democrats in Pennsylvania. I'm the senator for everyone in Pennsylvania. And my state picked Donald Trump as president. And if I have the opportunity to have that conversation, and I bet we're going to find things to work together for a better Pennsylvania and a better nation. And that's why I'm engaging in this.
He's taking a lot of heat, apparently, for taking the trip. But do you think his reasons are sound?
It's the most common sense answer I've ever heard. Like, he's a senator to an entire state, and his state happened to turn for Donald Trump. So more than half of that state voted for the person that's becoming president. You're a senator heading into 13 hearings of confirmation he's making. Yeah. Your job on paper is to advise and consent. That's all we ask, and that's what he's doing. So
I have to say, I don't like the optics of him going down to Mar-a-Lago, because I think that's become kind of like, you know, Donald Trump's little palace, and it's like trekking down to Mecca to see the prophet. So I don't like that. I don't, you know, and it feels like he's yucking it up. But this used to be normal. Presidents having relationships with people from the other party to get things done used to be normal. Ronald Reagan famously had a very good relationship with Tip O'Neill, who was the Speaker of the House, a Democrat, when he was president. We saw Joe Biden work very closely with Mitt Romney, with Rob Portman, with many Republicans to get bipartisan legislation passed. The problem is Donald Trump is not normal. And so what used to be normal becomes something that we talk about. I think John Fetterman, frankly, is right, but I hope that does not mean that he won't call out the abuses of power, that he won't criticize him when there is legitimate criticism.
He does it all the time for both parties, which I love about him.
I'm such a fan of his. I think he's such a straight shooter, and I don't think he's beholden to either party. He is a Democrat, but he's willing to critique his own, and I think the tribalism of you cannot critique the person wearing the same jersey as you is unhelpful in our politics. And as we speak, something very important is happening right now. Joe Biden's special envoy for hostage negotiations is in Doha, as is Donald Trump's incoming hostage negotiator. They're working together to try to get a ceasefire deal and to try to get the Israeli and American hostages released from Gaza. That's how it should work. And John Fetterman has been a leader on this issue. He cares about the hostages. He has their faces plastered on his windows of his office so people remember them. So it goes to show there are issues of alignment that you can find with Trump. And if it's that narrow thing of the lives of hostages in Israel that you can help encourage him and work with him, that to me is a reason alone to meet with him. But I think there'll be other areas that he sees that perhaps they can work together on. The Lake and Riley Act, which is likely going to advance in the Senate. This is something Fetterman supports. It's something Donald Trump will likely sign into law. There are areas like that people need to look for, not just how can we stop Donald Trump, but where can we find the narrow areas they may be able to agree.
I think I agree with that. I think it makes a lot of sense for John Fetterman, who is a friend of the show. We've interviewed him many times. He's one of the most, he's brilliant. And, I also think that he is shrewd when it comes to politics. I don't like the optics of going down to Mar-a-Lago and kissing the ring. I mean, Donald Trump will be in Washington. He should have been in Washington already because he should have been transitioning with his team, but he has refused to sign the GSA agreement and wants to go with his own ethics plan. And so that's one of the reasons why he's not in Washington yet. And so I take objection to that. But the one thing that I just want to say is, I want him to stop talking about Greenland. Greenland is not for sale. Like, why is Donald Trump talking about Greenland?
We could see John Fetterman was talking that he's going to meet Donald Trump in Marino, and they have to, of course, his state voted, he's a Democrat. So he wanted peace, so he's going to meet President Donald Trump, and they are going to talk about how the country is going to be run. According to him, his state, although he's Democrat, but his state voted for President Donald Trump. So he has to respect. He's not just a senator for himself. He's a senator for everybody in his state, be Republican or be Democrat. So he has to do the needful. So he has to go and meet Donald Trump, and they will talk it out. The women in the visit President Donald Trump ought to be in Washington by now, but he refused. He didn't want to assign some of the law. So he wants to maneuver his own law as he wants. That has always been President Trump. So the women in the views are saying that that's a good thing for the president to have a relationship with the other party. It has been normal before that they could see President Biden having with Miromi, they were having that interaction together, although they were not in the same party. So it's a normal thing for it to happen. But they say the way President Trump is behaving, it makes it look abnormal. It makes it look like it's not real. So everybody was wondering. So to them, Fetterman could have not even gone to look for President Trump. He would have just waited, because it's like a man going to a mountain to meet the God, to talk to the God. They have things to tell the God. So basically to them, he could have just sat and wait for President Donald Trump. There's no need for him making a move to go and look for President Trump. He could have just waited for President Donald Trump. So the women in the views are saying that President Trump wanted Greenland because there's a lot of gold that China put their eyes on it. So that's the purpose he wants that land. So Whoopi said that there's no need to even be forcing him, because all he does is just to say it with his mouth. Talk about Canada, talk about all Mexico. So far as he's not sending troops to those particular countries, but he's just speaking with his mouth. Speaking is not harmful, he's just talking. So there's nothing else anyone can do. It's just to sit and watch what he's doing and what is happening. Basically, according to the women of the views, when you're a Republican, you're a Democrat, you have to work together in the needful, to do the needful. You have to come as one people. You don't have to say, because I'm Democrat, I'm Republican, this cannot happen. The betterment is for the country, for the people itself. So people have to keep their differences and work together as one when needful. So they say they like what Fetterman is doing. Fetterman is a friend to the show. He always come, and it's a... We all know Fetterman had that speech, DP man. It was a lot of problem one time, and many people tried to commit suicide because many things that were happening to him. But above all things, he overcome it, and he's still pulling through. He's still moving. Fetterman was that one also. One time he refused to put on suit. He want to dress casually with his hoodie. But that one was being... And he makes even those women were dressing sexy, those old women, to come to the job site. That was last year, sometime last year, that he went viral. That Fetterman want to come to a board meeting with hoodie. So you could see those old women to come in with tight-fitting dresses. It was just awkward. So, but at the end, they passed that bill that no, you have to dress decent when you're coming to those type of meeting like that. Actually, what do you have to say about this? Do you believe in the fact that if you're a Democrat, you're a Republican, you all have to work together as a team to build up the country? Let me see your opinion in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe and share the video. God bless you.